All right, so I was actually going to reply to the post you did yesterday, but I ran out of time. And so here I see you posted another one today. So I'm actually going to provide some advice that spans both videos, but you're playing the same piece, so that's fine. Before I do that though, congratulations and welcome back to playing piano after a hiatus. Great call. Playing the piano is awesome, and so you should return. Now, with this piece, I'm going to focus a little bit left hand, a little bit right hand. On the left hand, first of all, with this pattern, it's a little back and forth, very common pattern. You notice how still my wrist is and my hand. Not a lot of extra movement, just only what is necessary to crank out that pattern. As you were playing, sometimes I saw a little bit of up and down and a little bit of side to side. Now that could be because this pattern is new to you and you've got to build up the skill to play it because it is tricky. And so if that's what that is, that's okay. But in the long run, you want to minimize any extra movement in your hands. Second thing about the left hand, and this is just a little stylistic choice. I notice you're not pedaling the piece, which is fine. That could be maybe your keyboard doesn't have a pedal or you've chosen not to pedal it. Either way, I'd be tempted to hold these low notes or whatever the chords are. Just fills it out a little bit. Gives a little bit more sustenance to that bass. So think about that. That might be the last thing you want to do right now. You may say, hey, listen, I'm having a hard enough time getting this back and forth pattern going without trying to think about holding that note. That might be for later, but I thought I'd throw that in. Now for the right hand, there's a few things here I want to talk about. First of all, hand position. I couldn't quite see from the video. It looked like there were times where your heel of your hand, I should say, was dipping below the keyboard. I saw a little bit of up and down with your right hand, just like I saw with the left. So again, you want to keep that hand position relaxed. This shape, which is the shape our hands naturally take no matter which way you hold them, that's the shape you want to have at the keyboard. And there was actually, I'll just do a little flyover here. Sorry for the awkward camera work. But to illustrate, there's a part where you're going, I think, yeah, something like that. But you can see my hand is quite relaxed. And the objective here is you want to be able to, as much as possible, lay your hands in one place and just play what you need to play. Similarly, I think there's that's a little awkward. And so there's two ways you can play this one. You can actually slide your hands up the keyboard so that I can get my thumb on this black key and still get all the other white ones. Or I can move it out here, and I'd be tempted to cross my second finger over the thumb. So thumb to thumb, and then 4 or 5 on those last two notes. But again, the point of it is here, my hand is in one calm position. I'm not stretched out. I'm not doing awkward things. I can play that passage. When your hands are in that kind of position, it's relaxed. No tension. You'll play better. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was when the chords come in. Beautiful section. And right now, you're hopping them a little bit. I think I'm making it up. But you're doing something like that. Again, that's going to be a little bit more error prone. And if your hands are big enough, and I think they are, again, I'm going to do a little flyover here. I would, play the first two notes of that chord with 5 and 2, and then switch to 4, 1. Here the melody's more connected now too. There's not a hiccup. It's so that's a better way to play those if your hand can span it. And then the last thing was actually the question you had about tempo. And the tempo problem comes up, of course, when This kind of stuff goes on. Okay, so now we're going about twice as fast as anything else that's been happening in the piece. So I think there's two things you need to do here. One is right hand alone. If this pattern is a little bit tricky, and it will be because it's faster now, spend a little bit of time just getting that even, constant tempo. Then add in the left hand, but do it slowly. I think it's something like this. And get it to the point where you don't feel any tension at all. You can just do this calmly and confidently. Then you need to do the transition to this. So I think what came before it was. So I would practice just this last little bit, slow, and just go there. And look, are my hands in position? Yep, my left hand's right over the notes it needs to play, and so is my right hand. So that'll help you smooth the transition, and then you'll be able to build up your tempo with that last section. So I hope this helps. I know it's a long video, but I hope it's giving you the tips you need. All the best on your renewed piano journey.